Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So as in the previous classes we have covered the QBasic chapter, and in that we have discussed the important statement, some important commands. So before moving to the next command, let us see what all the commands we have seen in the previous class. So as we have started this, all the commands which we have discussed, commands are actually the statement, or you can see whatever the instructions which we give to the QBasic software for running anything, for getting some desired result. For example, the first command we have seen is rem command. So what is rem command? Rem command is used for writing remarks. Clear? So if in the beginning, if we are writing a program for adding or division, so in the beginning we can write the statement like rem, the program for division of two numbers. So like this the command can be given. Then second command is cls command. So whatever the output which we give, whatever the output which we get on the screen, if you want to clear the output screen, so for that we use the cls command. Clear? Then coming to the next, that is input command. So what is input command? Input command is whatever the if you want to enter any value to any variable, so for that we can use the input command. So what is the syntax for this? If we are entering any numeric value, for example any number, so we have seen that for a numeric value only we write the variable name, and when we write any uh, string, so for string we write the dollar symbol with the variable name. So here you can see that n we have taken as example to take any numeric value, and when we are writing any string or any alphanumeric means a combination of number and alphabet. For example, if you write suppose the address of someone is d5 slash 255, something like this is the address. Clear? So if this type of statement is there, so then it will be a string. Clear? So this type of values can be saved in a string variable. Clear? So for that we write the and dollar. So any variable name with the dollar symbol will be used for saving the string or a alphanumeric value. Clear? Then we have seen what is the end command. So end command is if you want to end the program or you want to terminate the program, so end command is used for writing, used for terminating the program. Clear? So uh, wherever in between the program you want to write, you can write simply the end command. So this will terminate the program. Then the next one is let command. So what is let command? If you want to assign a value to any variable. Clear? Here you can see that let command is used to assign a value or a data to a variable, and for that the syntax is simply let a is equal to whatever the number it is. So in case if it is a number, so we will write simply the value of that with equal to sign. If it is a string value, then we have seen that with the variable we will use the dollar symbol. Clear? So in case if it is a number, simply write let whatever the variable name, you will write with the variable name then equal to the value of that number. And if it is a string constant, so then we will use the dollar symbol with the variable name. Clear? And the string, we have seen that we have to write the string in double quotes. Clear? So this way, so suppose you have to write any value like in a variable with n, so you can write let n is equal to 20. Clear? So this will assign this value 20 to the variable n. Clear? So if this is a if it is a numeric value, then you can write. If you want to write your name, so in that you will write a dollar symbol. So let n dollar, we'll have to write first let then n dollar is equal to whatever is the name. Suppose you write Amit. Clear? So mention that with the let command. So here this Amit has been written in double quotes and the variable is being saved in a variable with a dollar symbol. Clear? So this is how the let command functions. Here also you can see that the string constant value is always closed in quotes. So here are the uh, inverted commas, and the dollar sign always comes at the end of the variable. Clear? So when we are saving any string value, for that we are enclosing or writing those values in the double quotes, and with the variable we are using the dollar symbol. Fine. Next is goto command. So goto command is while execution of the program, if you want that the program should go to any particular line. Clear? So this can be done by using the goto command. So the example of this we have seen here. You can see that the first statement is print welcome. Okay, then go to the next is label. So after executing the first line it will write welcome, then here from the where it is written label, it means that now the program will go to the label wherever it is written label. So here it is label. So from here the compiler will come to this line. Okay, and it will write the statement is print computer. So what will be printed? It will print welcome computers. Here you can see there is a line in between. Okay, let us change the color. So here in between you can see that it is written print 2. So as the program moves from the second line, that is go to label, so here it comes to this one. Clear? So that is why this print 2 has been skipped. Clear? So this is the purpose of go to, that if we are running any program, so the go to will skip any statement in between and the program execution will come or go to the next label or whatever the line it is. Clear? So wherever will it be written label or line number or whatever here it is written, with the go to, the program control will go to that particular text or that particular line. Clear? So this is the function of go to. Clear? Then coming to the next, that is print command. Okay, let us erase this and see what is the function of print command. So print command is used for printing something. So let us read this first. So this command is used to display text on the screen. So in case if you are writing any program, then if you want to print something, so you can use the print command for printing the value. Okay, let me change the color. So the print command is used to display the text on the screen. Whatever the message you want to print, clear, whatever the text we want to print, we have to put it in the double quotes after the print command. Clear? So suppose you have to print something, your name, so you can write print, then whatever the text you want to print, write that text, write that string in double quotes. Clear? So if we want to print computer, clear, so write that string in double quotes and write with the print command. Clear? So here you can see that we have written print, then in double quotes the value, the computer. Clear? So this statement will print the text computer on the output screen. Okay, if you just type print, a blank line will be displayed. Clear? So if you are not writing any text with the print command, only you are writing print, so only a blank line will be displayed on the output screen. If you type a variable after a print statement, the variable content will be printed on the screen. What does it mean? Suppose you have uh, saved any value in any variable. For example, n is equal to 10. Clear? Suppose you have written n is equal to 10. It means, so n is equal to 10, and with the n we have written, we will write let, means this let will assign the value 10 to the variable n. So suppose you have written let n is equal to 10, then after that, right, if we write print n. Clear? So if we write something like this, so then the value 10 will be printed. Clear? So what is the meaning of this? That the print command will either print the text with that, or if it is any variable, if we are writing with the print command, then the value which is stored in that variable, that will be printed. Clear? This is the meaning of that print then the variable name. Then here we have seen that if you type a variable after the print, then the variable content will be printed on the screen. Next is, you can also print more than one thing on a line, adding semicolon between two separate things to be printed. Clear? So if you want to print two things in a line, more than one, so for separating that we will have to add a semicolon in between. Clear? For example, here is the syntax. Suppose you are printing two values, so you can write like print. Suppose there are two variables, so you can write print x semicolon y. Clear? So this way the two values can be printed using the semicolon. Okay, so here is the syntax, that this way whatever the print command, then expression list, means whatever, if it is variable or the text, write that expression and use the semicolon. Clear? Now coming to the next command, that is if then command. So what is if then command? If then commands are the condition commands. Using these we can write some conditions. Let us read this first. So if then command is used to check a particular condition whether it is true or false. So if the condition is true, the computer will follow the command given after then. It means if you are using any condition, so this if then command will be used for checking any condition. Clear? And whatever the text which will write after the then command, it will do the same step. For example, here you can see in the first line, first we have taken an input by the user, that is input marks m. Clear? So m is any variable, and this m will the value which we give to this m, the value, any number which will be given by the user, that will be stored in this m, and marks is only for printing the thing. As we have seen that input command is given to print any text, so this marks will be printed on the screen, and whatever the value we will give, it will be stored in variable m. Then if m is greater than 75, so now here is the condition which is if and then. So here is the if condition and here is the then condition. So first it will check that value which we have given to the m. If the value is greater than 75, clear? If the value is greater than 75, then print admit in the science stream. So suppose some student is taking admission to a science stream, and for that stream, if there is a requirement that the marks should be greater than 75. Clear? So if the marks is greater than 75, it will check here using this condition, and then it will print admit in the science stream. Clear? So if only the marks is greater than 75, it will be admitted. So this way we can write the condition if and then, and here is the end statement. Okay, let us read the statement below this. So after pressing F5 to execute the program, so once we have written this program, we will press the F5 key for running our program. The output screen will ask for the marks. Clear? So when you run this program, on the output screen it will ask you for the value of this M. So type the marks and press enter key. Clear? So whatever is the value of that mark, that is M, we will give that and press the enter key. If the marks are above 75, the computer will read the command after then statement. Clear? So here we have seen that in the if and then statement, whatever is the condition, if it is true, if it is true means if the marks is greater than 75, then the computer will read the command after that then statement. Clear? So whatever is the condition, whatever is the statement you have written after the then, that will be executed. So here it is written print admit in science stream. Here the print is missing, it should be print here with this line. We will see just that how, what will be the output of this command when we will run the program. We will run this program and then see how the output will work for this. So let us first see this. So if the marks are below 75, here is the condition. It may happen that the value of M we can give less than 75 also. So if the marks are below 75, the condition is not fulfilled and the computer will ignore the then statement and come to the next line, which is end. So there are two things. If the marks, the value of M is more than 75, then this statement will run. But if it is less than 75, then it will not execute this statement and come to the next line, which is end, and the program will be terminated. End command is used for terminating the program. Okay, let us erase this and try to run this program in the QBasic. So here we are. You can see I have written the program. The first line in the beginning I have written CLS. So CLS is used for clear the screen. Clear? So CLS command is used for clearing the screen. Next is input. Then this input statement we have seen that whenever we are using the input command, whatever is the text we want to print, write that. So here it is written marks. So it will input, it will print on the screen with marks, and here is the variable M, means whatever the value which will be stored, that is a numeric value because there is no dollar sign. So the value will be saved in variable M. Now if M is greater than 75, then print admit in the science stream. Clear? So the same program which is given in the book. So this is the program, means if the value is greater than 75, then admit in the science stream will be printed and then the program will end. Means only if the condition is true, means the M variable which we will give the value, if it is true, then this statement will be printed. Now this is the program. We know how to run this program. Either we can press the F5 key from the keyboard, or if you go to this run menu, here on the run menu we have this F5 button or the start. So this will also run. So let us press this or press F5 button. So if I click this here, now the program is running. Now you can see whatever is the output of this program, this will be given in this new black window. So here it is written marks, then question mark, means it is asking for the value of the marks. M will be the name of that variable that will be inside the compiler. So here is, means whatever the value we want to give. So suppose I am writing 80. Clear? So after writing this 80, press the enter key. let us press the enter key, means that we are giving this 80 as the input to the program. So let us press enter key. So here when I press the enter key, you can see it is written admit in the science stream. Why this output is coming? Because 80 is greater than 75, means the marks is greater than 75. It means the student is eligible to be admitted to the science stream. Okay, the program has run now, and after this, if we will press any key to continue, this will terminate. Clear? So this was one condition. When the condition was true in the if, then that statement was printed. Let us run it once again and give any value which is less than 75. Earlier we have given 80, which was more than 75. Now let us run this program and give any value which is less than 75. So suppose I am again pressing F5 to run the program. So here is again the output screen. So here again it is asking for the marks. So let us give any value which is less than 75. So suppose I am giving input 50. So write 50 and press the enter key. Clear? So you can see when I have pressed the enter key, there is nothing as the output. Why? Because when the condition is false, here in this screen you can see when the condition is false, means the value 50 is less than 75, then the print in the admit stream is not executing. It only execute when the condition is true. Okay, so 50 is less than 75, so it will come to the next line, which is end, and the program will be terminated here. So that is why we are not able to see any output on this screen. Okay, so as it is no output, we can press the enter key and the program will be terminated. Okay, so this way we have seen the use of if then statement. Okay, coming to the book, so we have seen the condition of if then. Now the next one is if then else condition or if then else statement. So here we will see how if then else command will work. So earlier we have seen in the if then only if was true, then the statement was executing. Here now we will see that if the condition is true, then this will print something, or if it is not true, then what will happen. So here that for this we have the else command also. So we can write this else and use this else command to print something other. So let us see now what is the work of if then else command. So this command is also used to check a particular condition whether it is true or false. So here also if then else command is used for checking the condition, clear, whether it is true or false. If the condition is true, the computer will follow the command given after then, clear. So in case if the condition is true, whatever is the command which is given after then, that will be executed. For example, here if the m is greater than 75, then print in the science stream. So this will be executed. And if the condition is false, clear, so if the condition is false, the computer will ignore the then statement and move to the else part to execute, clear. So in case whatever the value of the m which we have given, if that will be less than 75, then it will ignore this the statement after then, and it will move to the else command, clear. So here this is the condition check. So if the value earlier we have given 80, so if m is equal to 80, then this then will be executed and this statement will be printed. But if the value which we are giving, if it is less than 75, suppose I have given 50, then this then will be skipped and this will not run, and it will come to the else, and this statement will be printed like admit in the commerce stream, clear. So if the value is less than 75, the admission of the student will be given to some other stream which is commerce. So whatever the condition it is, you can write that condition and that will be printed here, clear. And after that we will write end to terminate the program after doing these after doing this if then else check. So here also the same process will be, after pressing F5 to execute the program, the computer will ask for the marks. Clear? Why it asks for the marks? Because in the first statement we have given the input marks m. So whatever is the input of that m, that will be asked when we execute or run the program. Type the marks and press enter key. Clear? So whatever the value of the m we want to give, we can give the value of that m and press the enter key. If the marks are above 75, it will execute the then statement and print admit in the science stream. So here we have seen just that if the first condition is true, if the marks is above than 75, then the then statement will be printed, and if the marks are below 75, it will go to the else part and print admit in the commerce stream. Let us see now how the output of this program will function when we run this program in the software. So here we are, okay, let us erase this once. So we have written this earlier program for the if condition. Now let us modify this for the then condition also. So you can check from the that what is the syntax of this. So here you can see whatever is the if condition, after writing the if condition only we have to include the else condition in the same line. So here we have written if, and after that we have to use the else. So let us write else in the second line. So here it is. So here we have to write the else, then after else we have to again write the print. Okay, then the print statement is will be in the double quotes. So make the double quotes and write the statement admit in commerce stream. We can write any text here in the double quotes. It is not necessary to write the same which is given, admit in the commerce stream. Okay, so here we have written the first statement, which is if m is greater than 75, then print this, or else print admit in the commerce stream, and then end statement. Okay, so we have written this the syntax or the lines of our program. Then press the F5 key for executing or running this program. So let us press F5. So let me check. Okay, so we have written, now press the F5 button. So while I press the F5 button, you can see at the status bar also it is writing whatever is the current progress. So here it is asking now the marks. So let us write this again, something which is greater than 75. Suppose I am writing 90. Press the enter key. So it is giving admit in the science stream. So when we have given any value which is more than 75, it prints the first, which is the then statement, means admit in the science stream. Let us terminate this and see what will be the condition if we give some value which is less than 75. Earlier we have given more than 75. Let us run it once again. So if I press the F5 button, here you can see again the same window. Now let us give the value which is less than 75. So suppose I write 40, means the marks obtained by the student is 40. Now press the enter key. So if I press the enter key, you can see now the else statement is printing, print in the commerce stream. Here you can see that with the else we have given admit in the commerce stream. So that is why we are getting this output which is the admit in commerce stream. So I hope it is clear how this okay, let us bring this output screen once again. So I hope it is clear now that how this if and then if and else, if then else. Earlier we were seeing the if then. Now it is if then and else. So all of the conditions are being checked. If the condition is true, then first the then will be printed, or if it is false, then the else will be printed. So I hope this is now clear how we can use the if then else statement. Now let us come to the textbook once again. So here we have seen the if then else statement, how this statement is being executed. Now in the coming class we will see how we can create any program and save any program. Whatever the program we have just seen, that was only for writing the program, it was not saved. In the next class we will see how further we can write the program, run the program, and if you want to save that program so that we can use it again, so that for that we will have the option for saving the program also. So revise the things which we have covered today, and let us meet in the next class with the further new concept of this QBasic. Thank you everyone.